We are going live. We're testing a few things here. We had a major crash on the system earlier today, and I'm not really sure why that happened. And right now I'm trying to get lo-fi to work, and that's not working. So let's try chill. I wonder if some just end up getting overloaded. It could be that the music isn't working right now. That is maybe possible. That we're music free for a few minutes. But that's okay. We are currently on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter all at the same time. Donika, there you are. Oh my lord. All right. Donika, you still have the code. You know that, right? In your comments. You can easily come up. How have you been? I was worried about you the other day. You didn't seem yourself. You seemed very tired, like you're burning the candle at both ends. Has that been happening for you? Just too much? Are you just getting home from work right now? Stephen Penna. Hello, sir. Where's your picture, Stephen? What happened to your picture? Stephen and I have known each other a while, and I was tired. Yeah. Do you have any energy to come up today, or would you like to organize? Oh, driving home. Okay, no problem. We should do something in the near future. Try to figure out what's a good day. Is like Saturday good for you? I know you do something with Tim Brown. It doesn't have to be long. It can be a 20-minute segment if you want. But I would love to see you do this yourself. I think you'd be magnificent at it. I think you're ready. I've been talking to quite a few people on, X, Twitter Spaces about it's time. Come on up, right? This is your time to shine. Do it. Make the most of it. And I'm noticing more and more people are watching these broadcasts on, like at one point today, there were 40 people from Twitter watching. That has never happened. That's a first today. I also had all kinds of problems, and it was crashing and everything else. Here is a wonderful book. I don't know if you guys can see it there. It says 12 Steps to a Compassionate Life, Karen Armstrong. I love it. And a lady who passed had a whole bunch of books, and she used to do speeches and things like that, and there's notes in it. It's kind of cool. And I can feel the energy of that person on that book. Another book I recently got, which is what I call like a toilet book. I don't know if you know what that is. Right here, the Comfort Book. And this book, all you do is you open it and you go to a page. And this one is called Good Sad. Do you ever get a kind of gentle sadness that almost feels good, like a nostalgia for a lost past or a stolen future that is mournful, but also reminds you life is capable of such warm things and that you were to witness them? Wow, that is beautiful. I do. Yeah, so it's one of those books that if you need a little bolt of inspiration, it says, actually, I got Twitch notified that you were on, but I knew it was streamed YouTube as well, so I came here. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. See? Yeah. I also been doing Instagram, which is a major pain in the you know what, but I always meet up with individuals. So guess who came on the show the other day? You won't believe it. I'll let you. A Haps superstar, a Haps stir potter, if there ever was one. Helga. Helga was on. So it was wonderful to have her on. It really was. And we talked, and she's kind of staying away from social media, but she came up and she seems in a better headspace. Yeah. Helga. Um, I would love for Danica to meet Helga. That would be interesting. Helga's gone through a lot of different transformations. All of us have. You guessed correct. Well, that's good. Guessing correct is always positive. Did you hear about Tony Pollard? They're going to just release him. So this draft has so many amazing people in it. And I think what we're going to see is a lot of teams dumping all the heavy players that didn't pay much, in the sense of dividends of success. Ones that were hopefuls, but they didn't work out. That's kind of, I think, what happened. It's very sad. I'm looking here. This is such a beautiful song. And I used to play it on Haps. I used to play it quite a bit. It's September. It's acoustic. It's folk. And it's one of those ones I tend to be able to play and not have any problems. I'm going to go get myself a drink. I will be right back.
What if September by Earth, Wind & Fire was a folk song? Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the mind of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we dance in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night. Say, do you remember how dancing in September? How never was a cloudy day. How my thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart to see you. Only blue talking love. Remember how we knew love was here to stay. Now December found the love that we shared in September. Only blue talking love. Remember true love we shared today. Hey, 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 I say, do you remember dancing in September? Never was a cloudy day. Oh, say dancing in September. Never was a cloudy day. Do you remember the 21st night of September?
Yes, indeed. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. We've got Rich Roberts. Yes, indeed, we're here together, my friend. Yeah, you and I against the world. We need to start doing stuff where we have, what is it again? What is it called? I think it's called landscape. Yes. I know you don't like this format. A lot of stuff going on, Rich. They're releasing people like crazy. But they do it this time of the year, right? Loony. So I noticed, I saw your ad there, and you had a TV. Were you advertising a TV or something? I saw it in the background. Just waking up from a good nap. Naps are phenomenal. They are. As you get older, naps are the sweetness. And they keep you going, right? You keep going. You got that nap and you're ready. You're ready for the rest of the day. I think that's one of the greatest things about being a senior is you got your nap. Not that I don't like it. I don't use it. That kind of sounds like, but I don't care for it. So what's going to happen this week, buddy, on Oak Island? Is anything going to happen? I sure hope so. I hope they do something. Something exciting. Yeah, nobody buys a TV anymore. They are always buying monitors. Is it a good deal? Is it a good deal? You're not a senior. You're just a wiser. Well, we can all be wise asses at times, right? Has this been a crazy year for you guys already? Someone left me a message and said, what the F has it been with this year? And you can guess what the F is. It's not fabulous. I just thought that was weird. So it looks like the Bills are going to re-sign Quentin Morris. So there are re-signings right now, but there's a lot of people letting go of individuals at this time of the year. It's pretty intense. And, you know, they're opening up cap space. The Bills absolutely cleaned house. They made over $34 million worth of cap space. 34 million. They let, I think it was 6 or 7 players go. It was either yesterday or the day before, so sometime this week. There's all kinds of speculation that Mac Jones is on the market, and several teams are very interested in him. One of the teams that has been showing interest, believe it or not, is the New York Jets. So, what do you think of that, Richard? The Jets getting as a backup quarterback, not, you know, a solid backup to Rodgers. One of the questions that was asked today, which I thought was amazing. So, if you had the ability to have Tua, or if you could have Aaron as an Aaron Rodgers, which quarterback would you rather have, even though Aaron is much older? And everybody on the panel said Aaron Rodgers. And I'm really feeling like, Richard, they are trying to retool, rebuild Buffalo, because I told you last year it was a mess. Russell Wilson wants to go to the Steelers, and they say it's becoming really sad. He's almost been begging to play for another team. And here's the thing, the team only has to pay him 1.4 million. The rest of it is paid by Denver, and Denver now has still hanging $85 million they have to give to him. That's how bad they want him out. So I think he's now hoping that he has a chance to prove himself. Buffalo was and still wrong. What does that mean? I love that they're retooling the team. I think it's great. They need to build something different. And there's so many incredible receivers on this roster, in the sense of, the draft coming up, right? They're saying there's anywhere around 20 quality receivers, and there's at least 6 quarterbacks that could go in the top 15. That has never been. And I remember last year they were saying, this is kind of a weak draft. The draft that's going to be magnificent is next year. And part of it is many of the players are staying longer because they're getting paid. Keith Keller, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, buddy. Alicia, thank you for all you do. Danica was on earlier. Maria, we appreciate you. Jackie, thank you so much for all you do. Yes, I sent you an invite. Hopefully you'll jump on that sometime. Simone from Australia, I appreciate all that you do. We're going to have to get our times aligned where it works out well for you. It seems like when I'm on, it's 4 o'clock in the morning for you, so it's not working out, but you're always a very solid guest. Rich and I are hoping to do an Oak Island soon where they found the gold and they found the silver deposits. We are dreamers. Rank these 4 running backs, okay? Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Bijan Robinson. So for me, I honestly think Jahmyr Gibbs, number 1, even though he just hasn't peaked yet. Number 2, Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor 3, and Breece Hall, who is sporadic at times. Russell is far from being... Yeah, I know, but many of the teams want nothing to do with him. I hope he goes somewhere like, what would be a good fit, honestly? Steelers. That's a really good fit. I think it would be wonderful if he ended up... you imagine if he was the backup for some team like the Dolphins, right? Or if he was the backup for the Cowboys. If I was the Cowboys, I would consider that, because Dak, they are on the hook for $60 million, and that contract is coming due date next year. $60 million. But the thing is, with the cap going up, so for those who don't know, the cap went from 222, I believe, to 255. So it went up 30 million. Many of the teams are still crazy in debt. He might do well, believe it or not, with the Saints or the Titans, but his ego is pretty big. I don't think he'd be willing to be, and rightly so, he's done a lot in his life, and I'm not saying he doesn't, have the chance to be a great quarterback again, but he is now in, 35, I think? Something like that. So the likelihood of him being a starter this year, unless it is a team that's in trouble. But the problem is all these teams want young talent now. And we found this even with the coaches, right? A lot of people have lost faith in the old coaches. Unless your name is, guess what? Aaron Rodgers. Good old Aaron. They seem to still have belief in Aaron. And, is Aaron going to be the savior? I don't know. I don't know. It's finally Friday. Absolutely. So this morning I really didn't go through the thank yous, and I'm so sorry I didn't. Wilson could go to the Vikings if Cousins go, and probably go to the Falcons. Yeah, that is a possibility. That would be a good fit too. I don't know if the Falcons will be willing to pay him even what the Vikings would pay him. And we always forget all the merch. So Vikings are already on the hook for millions and millions and millions of dollars of merch. You're better to keep him. Like, he probably sells a lot of jerseys. And he looked really good last year. Now, unfortunately, the Vikings were okay. They weren't great. They also could benefit from a couple more receivers. All right? So, we'll see how that unfolds. It's a really exciting time coming up. And then we have all the prospects from last year that have had another year to season to see how they're going to do, right? Okay, let's see if we can get this better. Okay, I think I want this. Yeah, okay, you can kind of see it, folks. So, here's some of the people on my feed today. Thank you, Dan. Oh, Dan, thank you for following back. Dan is also a football guy and bit of influencer on Facebook. And I think he's on Twitch, and I know that he is on YouTube. So, yeah, Dan Mitchell, highly recommend him. They have a great show. Love to have him on Belt King sometime. He has 4,865 followers, and they're all guaranteed football fans. It is not spiritual talk. But these are some of the characters that were on today.
Yes or no question. The Miami Dolphins, do they have more talent on defense than the Jets, or do they not?
I'm going to be objective, and I'm going to be honest. It's tied.
Oh, my gosh. It's tied. How many All-Pros did you have in your defense? Zero. No one even come close. You know what All-Pro means? The best player at the position in the entire NFL. Case closed. You have no argument.
No, you got 3 All-Pros, and the rest of the guys are average. And we got a whole bunch of great guys. We got You can laugh all you want.
Great guys, he says.
And so I let him watch my kids, man. I let him watch my kids. Some great guys.
The fact remains, Javon Holland is a better safety than any safety on your team. Jalen Ramsey is a better corner than any corner on your team.
Okay, you stop right there. Everybody knows that Sauce is better than Jalen, but you. We have 2 better linebackers than any linebacker on your team.
No,
our defensive line is way better.
That's it. Just your linebackers. But Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips are better than any 2 that you name.
Jermaine Johnson is right there.
Right there, but no, they're not better.
Yes or no?
They're kind of crazy. Simone is in the house. Hello, Simone. How are you? How have you been? What is the best day for you? What is the best day for you to come up? In about 15 minutes, eh? I might still be on. You still have the link, don't you? You still just tell me if you still have the link. Same link as before. That would be great to have you come up. I still want to orchestrate something. And you know what? If you want to, in the future, we'll organize a show and have a couple people that you're comfortable being on, and it can be more of a spiritual show, right? But who did we have on? Yeah, you would have loved Helga. You and Helga would have had a hoot. I'm trying to think of the guests I had recently. I had some very spontaneous guests lately. Love that. People that I didn't plan, they just happened to happen. I've been going around and stirring the pot a bit on Spaces and trying to get people to start doing shorts. And I noticed some people are. And that's the first step, is where you go and you do 60-second videos every day. And then at the end of the year, you have 365 pieces of content. And they're being creative and they're trying. I don't think this is for everybody, though, where you spontaneously come up and you do your best, right? But Simone is a wonderful guest for anybody. Highly recommend her. She's great. We had my friend Jay, who is a DJ. We had him on the other day. He was having a hell of a time with Restream. He's used to being set up on TikTok, but he's working his way through it. I think he had to buy some adapters, but every day he's getting closer. And that's the thing. There's some learning in all of this, right? And adjusting and figuring out what is best. Wow, look at this. The Jags have agreed to listen to this. A 3-year deal worth $28.5 million with a guarantee of $14.5 million. And that's the thing. A lot of players want a guarantee because so many players get hurt now. And, oh, what do we got here? A lot of free agents right now. Yeah. Jordan Poyer. They're restructuring. And I think you're going to see a lot of the teams, because there's been so much success, including the Chiefs, of having young defense, young offense, fresh legs. They do better at the end of the year, right? They're not gassed. The old guys are on their 9th, 10th injury. They're just, you have a shelf life. That's the sad truth. And football is cruel, and I get that they have to get paid what they can get paid as quick as they can get paid. Yeah, look at this. I still believe. The believers. I hope they're right. There's a lot of teams. Yeah, that's a great shot. Do you know who these two guys are? It's going to be great to see Joe Burrows again. I think Joe Burrows could be the number 2 quarterback. We all know that who number 1 is. This is funny. This is Dan again. Sports content creation tip number 1. Let's hear it.
So if anybody is struggling to grow on social media, specifically my sports content creators, I have a gold mine of information of how you can change that. Specifically in sports content creation, you need to get engagement. And there's 2 ways of getting engagement that I have been married to. Number 1, you have to piss people off. All right, so whether or not that you want to say that Joe Burrow is just the next Carson Palmer, or whether or not that you just wanted to say that Tom Brady was truly a system quarterback and is not even on the top 5 list. That's going to work. But let me tell you what. The best way to do it is to purposely mispronounce somebody's name. Purposely get a small little bit of information wrong, and you are taking advantage of all of the people who are desperate to be heard to correct you. Because trust me, they will correct you in the comments section. It's not Adam Schefter, dude. It's Adam Schefter. It's not Justin Metabook. It's Justin Listen, take advantage of people's personal insecurities. They weren't heard enough when they were children. So maybe they walk around society like a ghost, and they're so desperate to be heard and noticed that they think a random comment correcting a pronunciation is going to get you there. But in turn, it generates into the algorithm, baby. And now you are introducing yourself to millions of other viewers. It's called monetizing the hate, baby. Stay tuned for the full course.
That's awesome. There's truth in there, though. There is a benefit of being surrounded by chaos. I would agree. And he's a good show. It is. It's very good. He's got a good audience. He's got a lot of people who are commenting. He's right. His engagement is up there. his numbers, he's not yet, you know, he's like the first tier, right? Well, once you get 5,000 people on YouTube, you got your foot in, right? Once you get into about 30,000 or 100,000, 200,000, 200,000, you really got something. Like you can make a living. You can make a living at 100,000 as well, but if you have 5,000, probably not. Not going to happen. But you can get engagement. Then you might get endorsements. It's something that has to build. I love that he's giving tips on it. I don't necessarily agree with getting people angry is the best way to do it. I really don't. Let's see here. I'm going to take a quick look here and see if we have played this earlier today. And this is a song by my daughter, and it's called I Won the Breakup. And she's the lead vocalist on this track.
Far away, cool blue beaches that you'll never see. Sweaty bodies, pretty people dancing around me. Your soul is cold, my heart is cold. Time to let you go. Can't talk now, I can't hear you. Feel so good knowing that I don't need you. Can't talk now, I can't hear your voice. Are you still blowing up my phone? Thought I told you to leave me alone, but you don't get it, you don't get it, do you? I want to break up, I want to break up. Your call is breaking up. I want to break up. I want to break up, break up, break up. I want to break up, break up, break up. Your call is breaking up, we're breaking up, we're breaking up. So remember, I want to break up. Fireworks light the sky as the music sways. Catch a blue pair of eyes, taking come my way. Drink so cold and letting go of all your control. Can't talk now, I can't hear you. Feel so good knowing that I don't need you. Can't talk now, I can't hear your voice. Are you still blowing up my phone? Thought I told you to leave me alone, but you don't get it, you don't get it, do you? I want to break up, I want to break up. Your call is breaking up. I want to break up. I want to break up, break up, break up. I want to break up, break up, break up. Your call is breaking up, we're breaking up, we're breaking up. So remember, I want to break up.
Yes, indeed, we won the breakup. I won the breakup. You won the breakup. 90K 401. I won the breakup. That's an oldie but a goodie now. That's a few years old. Remove the source. There we go. We are here together once again, enjoying this moment in time. Local video. Let's have a look here, see what we got. Maybe we can find something interesting here. Angels. Slow jams, self-help, reward music. Reggae cafe. Let's see what we got here. Give thanks. Vintage reggae. Dun, dun, dun. Interesting. Give thanks. Humble yourself. Okay, yeah, why not? Let's humble ourselves just for a moment. All right. Enjoy. It pays to be humble.
Humble yourself, Mr. Big Shot. Round town running your mouth a lot, you know better. Oh, better you learn. If you play with fire, then you're going to get burned. You're too proud, yeah. Oh, no. Yes, you're too proud, yeah. Yeah, I feel I put it down. Said I've been there and I've done that. They wanna smile in your face, then they stab you in the back, yo. I should have known better than that. When I seen you first time with your smile and a laugh, hey. Two wicked people you feel burn fire. Should have seen you coming to face liar. No time to deal with vampire. I've got good works to do. Humble yourself, Mr. Big Shot. Round town running your mouth a lot, you know better. Oh, better you learn. If you play with fire, then you go and get burned. You're too proud, yeah. Oh, no. Yes, you're too proud, yeah. Yeah, I feel I put it down. Say,
you sure you know all the ways, yeah. The season come and bring forth change, yeah. Seize up the land for your profit and greed. Selassie, I am of the greater plan. We have faith burn fire. Wicked evil do a go burn. And I drop fire and me say burn fire. Book of Revelation tell the story of a fire. I know you can't see it, but they patrol ya. Feel them taking a hold up. Not trust it, tell live on your own. From road top like them faded crown. High up under them throne. We too proud of what them own. Materialistic value preoccupy the world round. Michael run them, I shoot him down. Chemical turn them round. When you're smiling to a frown and keep your focus on the ground. Eyes up to the sky, smoke the herb to reach the heights. Consciousness to my red eyes, your actions can't be justified.
humble yourself, Mr. Big Shot. Round town running your mouth a lot, you know better. Oh, better you learn. If you play with fire, then you go and get burned. You're too proud, yeah. Oh, no. Yes, you're too proud, yeah. Yeah, I feel I put it down. Say yes, you know, this is Ayatera live and direct from the Sugar Shack Sessions 2017.
Ah, yes. Humble yourself. Mr. Big Shot. I like that.
Sit down.
Sit down, be humble. Yes, indeed. The ego is impatient because it knows its time is limited. The spirit is patient because it knows it is eternal. Yes, indeed. The spirit is internal. No, external. No. Hopefully you're having a good day. I tried earlier to get the music to work in the background and it didn't work. Let's try it again here. Let's try chill. Do we have chill now? I wonder if they got in trouble with the music or there's just maybe too many people on. Oh, we have somebody here. Blah, blah. If you hear that noise, blah, blah, you know that's... Here we go. Hello. How are you?
Hello, beautiful soul.
Well,
It's Saturday morning here, and I saw you, and I thought I'll just pop on for a little bit. Excuse the background noise. We're at a festival. We're
That's
just about to
wonderful.
start.
That's wonderful. Yeah. I'm glad that you came up. That's good. So is this a good time for you? It like around 4 for me. So what time is it there?
It's let's say exactly 9:17 p.m. on a Saturday morning, dear Michael.
So 12 would be even better, unless you're working.
I
Wait,
can always
wait.
be flexible for you because you're amazing.
Oh, listen to this. This is hilarious. I'll
No,
be
it's the
I'll
truth
be
because
flexible for you. Okay.
sweet one, you send me invitations anywhere between 1 and 3 a.m. on
I
a
know. I didn't realize that though. And a day ahead, right?
yes,
And a
you're in the
day ahead.
future. You're in
And
the now.
yes, you always say that. I think that's so funny. How are you doing with the world of living in the shadows? I call it on. See, we get to see your radiance here. This is wonderful. Where if you're on, just the audio is good. If you're listening to a podcast and you're going for a walk, but we don't get the full radiance, right? Do you agree with that, or am I way off?
Oh, Michael, I did a Divine Virtues space last week, and that is one of my favourite words is radiance. It just makes me feel so good and warm. And when I see inner beauty and radiance in others, it's the
Mm-hmm.
light within. It's all over your face. It's your eyes smile, your face smiles. So
Oh,
I'm,
good.
I'm
I can be a nasty curmudgeon at times, though. I have that in me. That's the duality, though, right?
yes, but when you hop on spaces, you are a
Yeah.
gentle man. You are respectful. Your frequency is so high, and everyone cherishes it.
Well, but we know how to navigate that. Like I couldn't see. I don't know if you live in that space all the time, but I can kind of center and generate and get in that pocket. But I can't live in that pocket 24/7. But I can be there for 2 minutes or 5 minutes if I have to, or when I'm doing my message and I'm letting. I guess it's a form of channeling. We talked about this before, right? It's like a speaker cord. To me, it's just I get the message. I'm the speaker. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to say. We live in the gap or the flow. You do that, right? Or no?
We both do it, and you do it so well, Michael. That is definitely one of your superhero powers. Is exactly how you described it. Is like living in the gap
Yeah.
and feeling that. Because when I used to do mediumship, I always used to feel like I was standing on a cliff, and it was like, okay, the person standing in front of me, I really hope the information comes, and it's just like this fall or drop.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow beautiful spirit will just offer that information. It feels like in your human mind, like, oh my gosh, this feels like forever. But the energy comes, and yeah, you
So
just feel
is your
great.
partner spiritual and patient, and or just tolerates the looniness?
No, he's a born peacemaker. For me, I need to practice peace. But
Mm-hmm.
he's a very peaceful soul. I've been with him for 20 years. He's
Mm-hmm.
been doing this festival for 30 years.
Well, this
He
is his
loves,
fest. This is his festival. Well,
well, part of one of the
part of it. Part of it.
stands,
Yeah. Yeah.
part of one of his stands, it is.
So what is the festival? Let's advertise it a bit here. What's going on today?
Today is the Mind Body Spirit Festival in Australia,
Okay.
Sydney. It's at Darling Harbour, and we are on day 3, Michael. And
Mm-hmm.
there's wellness and yoga and meditation and all different stalls, lots of candles, lots of crystals. Uh, yeah, so the stand that we're on is more on the intuitive sciences. So, it'll be the astrology and the psychic readings, the clairvoyance, the palmistry. And I'm one of the main bookers there, so I'm just intuitively tuning in to people that are maybe coming for the first time to have a reading.
Right.
I don't do it.
Are they feeling the energy?
Yeah, they usually are prepared. Like they'll read online, they'll have posters, and yeah, I just always like to be able to do the vibrational match. I never choose the person that they're meant to see, but we sometimes can narrow it down to 2 or 3. And yeah, it's a very joyful process, and
Yeah,
always.
I disagree with that sometimes. If the practitioner doesn't know how much current to flow, I've seen people wig out. Do you know what I mean? And I've been in rooms where people started screaming and shouting and crying, alleviating fluids. Now, after felt great, but these are probably souls that held on to so much for so long, and the vibration was too high. Because it takes a lot to be in public, and most of us live roles, right? We're not authentic. We're just not. We're living kind of a mixture of what we think we should be and what we'd like to be. Does that seem fair enough? And then you have a small percentage of people who dump into the pool, or jump out of the plane without a parachute.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. The reading room that we have, has hundreds of people in it, but it's very sacred. So from the outside, Michael, you can look in and you go, well, that looks really chaotic. But when you actually leave the festival and you go
Yeah.
walk up and down the stands, that's where the energy is really full on. But if you step back into that sacred space, it's actually very calming, and it's like just a bubble of rose quartz. So
Yeah.
uh,
Have you ever dabbled in like ayahuasca or magic mushrooms or okay. I've had
no.
friends who I thought were super square, very rigid, telling me, I went on this ayahuasca retreat. And I'm like, oh, how did it go? I puked a lot. And I said, what else happened? I think I saw a gremlin. I went, oh. She said, but after I left, I felt like all the pain I'd been holding was now gone. It was like I was rebooted, or they defragged my brain, something. She goes, I want to go again, even though there was a lot of sickness in it. She said, I guess if you go over and over again, you're okay with the sickness. And I was like, wow. I'm like I'm not a big fan of throwing up.
No, I'm not. I'm not a big fan on that process. I feel like everyone has to have their own individual path, and
Yeah.
for me, which I could nearly say never do. If I
Mm-hmm.
did do it, it would be with a medical team. Like it's not somewhere that I'd be out in the Amazon. It'd be out with lots of people. It would be
Exactly. Right. Because
supervised in a
yeah,
room,
like if you have
controlled.
high blood pressure or diabetic, or you could have a stroke or all kinds of stuff. But and a lot of times this, oh, this, he's a shaman. He's been doing this for 20 years. I'm like, yeah. So, but the testimonies on it, and then there's shows even on Netflix that rave about it. People who have been addicts, who have been on drugs their whole life, are suddenly clean. So, yeah, I would love once a week if we could get together for like even 20 minutes. Doesn't have to be a long time. So people can have little nuggets of you. And then, we can snip it up and put it into TikTok. Have you seen any of the other guests I have? Do you ever watch my stuff?
Of course I do, Michael.
Okay.
Yes, of course I do.
Yeah. Because I get the gamut of different people. There was someone on the other day named Helga, and I would love for you and her to speak together. She has had great awakenings, but she's kind of stuck, I think. I don't think she'd like me saying that. And I think I'm still 1 foot in the pond and 1 foot on the ground, where I think you're in the pond. You're in the pond. You're swimming around without the life preserver.
Well, I do love that analogy. I always say I'm in the ocean of love, and I
Yeah.
used to be an ex-lifeguard. So, just that whole part of preserving, you will throw out that life jacket or that rope. The minute that they cling onto you, you will drown. They will suffocate you. They will kill you at all costs. So, I do love any water analogies, Michael, because I always say I'm part angel, part mermaid. So, it would be a delight. So I just felt really pulled to come on today, and I'm really glad. I was sitting in the car and I was like, Michael's on, let's go. Got dressed very quickly,
Yeah.
and just about to walk into the
To do
festival.
your thing, yeah. And I already feel your energy heightening. It's almost like you're on the launching pad, you know? 10, 9, 8. Yeah. So you're ready for liftoff. But you, with your husband, he is so cool with the things that you do. So you have must have similar interests. This would be awful if you had someone that was like, this is all horse manure, right? You'd have to have someone that had similar belief systems to be the way you're wired. It wouldn't work, I don't think.
Yeah, Michael, he is I'm going to say he's the master of the pause. He knows how to powerfully pause, and he's very
Mm-hmm.
much taught me how to slow my nervous system down. And when
Mm.
we pause together and
Yeah.
create together, so for the last 10 years, we've been doing pet sitting and house sitting. That precision and accuracy that we have is to the T of people often say, is like, how do you get the jobs? And I go, look, surely it really is universe. It's got nothing to do with a website or referrals. And that's the energy that we very much flow into. We just listen, feel, is this the right energy? And I always say either the
See, I
house.
believe that. I believe that. So, in the same way that it helps you in your realm, the ones that are billionaires, they know how to attract money. That, everybody's different. Athletes, they know how to hyper focus for a moment and get the job done. They know how they're doing their own form of channeling. But I've been around people who have a lot of money and they are like a magnet to it. It is drawn to them and they've learned to have mastery. It's funny, I've been very itchy here today. Isn't that weird?
Wow, it's your spiritual vision. It's your divine vision.
Yeah, but I've not, in all the years I've done this, I've never gone on camera and went,
I know, but we feel comfortable with each other, and that's what
let
I
me
love.
show you my other eye.
It's the only eye, Michael. It's the
It's the
only
only
eye.
eye. It's the only game in town. Oh yeah, your third eye. Explain what the third eye is for those who don't know, and then I'm gonna call it a day. But let's get together. Don't be a stranger.
No, definitely not, my friend. No, I'm here. I'm here fully, profoundly in present moment. The third eye to me is about your spiritual vision and your divine vision. To me, that's how you really actually see. It's not about the visions of clairvoyancy of like, this is what's coming up.
Hmm.
It's like, can I see only with love? Can I see myself with love? Can I see you with love? Can I see our brothers and sisters, our community, and the world with divine vision? Otherwise, I
Hmm.
call it vicious vision. Take the judge's gown off, take the judge's wig off.
Okay,
And
okay. Slow that down for a second. Did you say vicious vision? Is that what you just said?
I did. I
Okay.
love playing on words. So, yes,
You know
VV.
what? That would be a great podcast. The vicious vision. Spirituality shoved down their throats.
Oh my gosh, this is why I come and play, Michael. You lighten up the world, you lighten up the energy. Yeah, I'm very serious, but I really thanks for the laugh. That was fabulous. So yes, divine vision is the
Divine vision.
way.
Yes. Hyper acceleration. Here we go. Yeah. No, I think for a lot of individuals who are just dabbling now, putting their toe in the pond. That's my favorite. Putting one toe in the pond because they want to feel like there's something more than their daily life. So how does someone get in contact with you if they'd like to? How did they do that? And where can we find you? What platforms before we say goodbye?
You're so beautiful, Michael. I love X and I love being on spaces, especially with yourself and the community. And I will be doing a space on your Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
on the Wanting Mind.
Mm-hmm.
And with Nick, he's going to be co-hosting because we are often addicted to our thoughts. And when we want the wanting mind, it just leads to cravings and obsession. And so we're just going to very much soften that on the wanting mind. And then a week after, talking definitely about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. and how we can have a sacred dance. And I've got two amazing co-hosts, Luke and Aura, as well. So that's where I'll be, is offering space, love, joy, meditation
Okay.
on X.
So if someone is right now suffering and feeling a little lost and seeking to find some hope in a hopeless situation, do you have, something you could say that's like 30 seconds to a minute to uplift them?
Yeah, of course. Please know that I am sincerely with you now, holding energy, holding space, and offering you deep love and light. Please know that also too that this is temporary and it will pass. But I want you to know that your feelings are valid and your feelings matter and you matter. So just allow the energy to arise and just be so soft and gentle. And I always say that our pen and paper is your best friend. So if you can flush out that energy, you will receive clarity and the spiritual solutions will come. I'm here. Michael's here. Deep oceans of love always. Biggest of respect. Thank you so much, Michael, for the gift of you.
Simone is here, and I'm in the outer atmospheres of looniness. So, but I'm happy to be here with you in this moment in time. I appreciate you. Give your hubby a big hug, and let them know where you are today, how much you are connected, and how much you love them, and how much they are connected to the greater light. Because that's all we are. We're on the stream of consciousness together. Some of us are in a dinghy. Other of us have a rope to the side of the pond. That's me with a nail in it. And then we have the free flowing naked flying down the riverboat, off the ravine over the waterfall, and that is Simone, free flowing. I really believe that. You have learned to totally trust it, which is wonderful.
Thank you, Michael. I've always wanted to do whitewater rafting. For that opportunity is just the art of surrender, is to completely go down that river system and completely trust every bump, every water, every crevasse, every rock. So I'm so humbled and grateful to be with you and your beautiful community. Thank you for always your powerful light and your transmission. And what a wonderful start for this Saturday. And I'll take you in my heart, and I'm going to have the best time in this fun, fabulous flow at the festival. So
how many hours do you have to go tonight before you hit the sack? What's...
Probably at least another 12, 14 plus hours. Wow. Doing another Zoom call with American friends, because I'm definitely coming to the States from June to September. So I will have a Zoom call with a handful of souls that we will chat about plans. So,
all right. Well, don't overdo it. We want to keep you on this planet.
Of course, it's only 2 more days. It's only 2 more days.
Everything in moderation, even celebration. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. God bless you all. Take care.
Yeah, God bless you too. Thank you, Michael. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that was Simone. Thank you, folks. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And we will continue to have random guests here and there, but Simone is a treasure. And you can see she's doing all kinds of wonderful work all over the world. There is Tony. Hi, Tony, buddy. We need to get together and do something about football real soon, okay? God bless you.